Hi kids, how are you all? I hope you all must be fine, right? So today we are going to read about Class 5 Science Olympiad. And in Class 5 Science Olympiad, which chapter we are going to read? We are going to start a new chapter, that is Force, Work and Energy. Okay, so are you all ready for it? Yes. So let's get started. Our first question, what is a lever? Option A bar which can turn about a fixed point. Option B, an inclined plane. C, a wheel with grooves. D, an axle and wheel. So, what is a lever? It is asked in the question. Okay. Yes. So, a lever, that is a bar. We can say it is a bar which can turn about a fixed point. Okay. Here the correct answer is option A. A bar which can turn about a fixed point. Coming to the next question. How many types of levers are there? Option A 4, B 2, C 3, D 1. So here it is asked how many types of levers are there. So there are three types of lever. And what are the three types of lever? These are first class lever, then second class lever and third class lever. So total three type of levers are there. So here the correct answer is option C, that is 3. Coming to the next question, what is a fulcrum? Option A, a pushing force. B, the fixed point of a lever. C, an object. D, all of these. So it is asked in the question, what is a fulcrum? So fulcrum is something that is a fixed point of a lever. The lever and the fixed point about which the lever rotates, that is the fulcrum. Okay, so here the correct answer is option B. Coming to the next question, what is an effort? Option A, the object that is moved. B, the point of the bar. C, the force applied to move the load. D, all of these. So what is an effort? So effort is something that is a force, we can say the force which is applied to move the load. Okay, so the correct answer is option C, the force applied to move the load. Coming to the next question, a lever which has fulcrum in the middle is option A, a first class lever. B, a second class lever. C, a third class lever. D, all of these. So a lever which has fulcrum in the middle. So you can see here fulcrum is there, right? Fulcrum is in the middle. Then in one side load is there and in the other side effort is there. So first load is there, then fulcrum in the middle and then effort. Okay, so fulcrum is in the middle, so that is the first class lever. So first class lever is the lever which has fulcrum in the middle. Okay, coming to the next question. In second class lever, option A, fulcrum is in the middle. B, load is in the middle. C, effort is in the middle. D, load is sideways. So in the second class lever, always load is in the middle side. Okay, so load, it is in the middle side. Then fulcrum in one side and effort in the other side. So in the second class lever, who is in the middle? It is the load. So option B is the correct answer, that is load is in the middle. Okay, coming to the next question. In the third class lever, option A, the effort is applied between the fulcrum and the load. B, the effort is on the sides. C, the load is in the center. D, the fulcrum is in the middle. So what happens in case of third class lever? Effort is always in the middle. So in the middle, effort is there, and in one side fulcrum and in the other side load is there. Okay, so here the correct answer is who is in the middle, that is the effort. So the correct answer is the effort is applied between the fulcrum and the load. So you can remember as FLE. F means fulcrum. It is the middle position. This is just a trick to remember. Okay. So FLE. F is fulcrum. If fulcrum is in the middle, it is the first class lever. L. Load is in the middle. It is the second class lever. E. Effort is in the middle. Then it is the third class lever. So you can remember it this way also. FLE. Right? Okay. Coming to the next question. A simple machine is used to move the object to a higher place is the option A wedge, B wheel and axle, C inclined plane, D pulley. So in the question it is asked a simple machine is used to move the object to a higher place. You can see this object, right? This object is there and that means he is trying to push the object to a higher place. And how is he pushing? He is using an inclined plane. You can see this is the inclined plane, right? So it is easier to move an object through an inclined plane to a higher place. Got it? So here the correct answer is option C, that is the inclined plane. Next question. A small wheel with a groove around its rim is the option A pulley, B wedge, C wheel and axle, D inclined plane. So in the question it is asked a small wheel with a groove around its rim is. So you can see this is a small wheel, right? And here around it the groove is there, yes, and in that groove that rope is there, yes. So what is this? Do you know the answer? If you know the answer you can write in the comment section. Okay, so here the correct answer is option A, that is the pulley. Next, a screw is A or N. Option A inclined plane, B lever, C wedge, D pulley. So screw, we know screw. So what do you think? What is a screw? Do you know the answer? If you know the answer, you can write in the comment section. Okay. So here the screw, it is an inclined plane. Okay. So you must be thinking like how it is an inclined plane. So it is an inclined plane which is wrapped around a straight like structure. Okay. So here we can say a straight rod like structure is there and around that the inclined plane is moved. That is how this screw is. Okay, so it is the inclined plane. Coming to the next question. Two inclined planes together form a option of pulley, B gear, C wedge, D screw. So when two inclined planes together they join, or suppose this is an inclined plane, this is an inclined plane. When two inclined plane, okay, this way, anyway, if they join, then they form the wedge. Got it? So here the correct answer is option C, that is the wedge. Coming to the next question. Which of these is used to draw water from the well? Option A lever, B inclined plane, C pulley, D screw. So the question is which of these is used to draw water from the well? So to draw water from the well, okay, have you seen well ever? Yes. So how we draw water from the well? Have you seen it? We use a pulley. You must have seen this type of structure. Okay, that is a it is a circular structure, and here in the groove is there. Okay, in the groove a rope is there, and we use it to draw water from the well. Got it? So correct answer is option C, that is pulley. Coming to the next question, how are the following similar? Lever, inclined plane, pulley, screw, wheel and axle. Option A, they are simple machines. B, they are complex machines. C, they are forces. D, they are energy. So here the correct answer is option A. These lever, inclined plane, pulley, screw, wheel and axle, these all are simple machines. Got it? They all are simple machines. So what they do, they changes the direction and magnitude of the force. They change the direction and magnitude of the force. Okay. So these are the simple results. Coming to the next question, a seesaw is a option A screw, B first class lever, C second class lever, D third class lever. So seesaw, you can see the seesaw. This is a fixed point, and in the two sides are there where we sit, right? So that is one other fixed point, that is the fulcrum. It is the fulcrum, and in one side it may be load and in the other side it may be the effort. So I have told you, you can remember FLE, fulcrum. If fulcrum is in the middle, it is first class lever. If load is in the middle, it is second class lever. If effort is in the middle, then it is the third class lever. So here that fulcrum is in the middle, right? So what type of lever will it be? It will be the first class lever. Got it? Coming to the last questions of today's session. Each of these simple machines contains a, so you can see different structures are there, different pictures are there, right? So each of these simple machines contains a option A wheel and axle, B lever, C pulley, D wedge. So here the correct answer is option D, that is wedge. So you know what is wedge? We have just discussed now. Two inclined planes joined together. Okay. Here two inclined planes join together. Okay. So when two inclined planes join together, they give rise to this wedge. And all of them here, all of them, what happens? Two inclined planes have joined together. That's why these are wedge. Got it? Okay. So this much for today's session. Let's meet you in the next session. Till then, read mindfully. Okay. Meet you soon. Bye bye everyone.